The Canadian Coast Guard reports progress on the MSC Baltic 3 Salvage. This is from the Maritime Exclusive, and it was published on the 21st of March 2025. Weather conditions in the area around Newfoundland's west coast have given salvage teams their first opportunity to make progress on the efforts to reduce the pollution risk from the grounded container ship MSC Baltic 3. The Canadian Coast Guard highlights the dangers remain, but no pollution has been observed so far from the stranded vessel. The tug and barge contracted by MSC were able to go alongside the MSC Baltic 3 to load some frac tanks and put containment booms around the vessel. The frac tanks will be used to store and offload the fuel. The container ship blacked out and was driven ashore in a remote cove on Newfoundland's western shore on February the 15th, not far from Corner Brook. The Coast Guard, along with TNT Salvage, have reported that the efforts, however, were complicated by the remote location and winter weather, which has included high winds and ice in the cove. The priority is to fuel and other potential contaminants aboard the vessel. The salvage teams, after inspecting the vessel, reported that it was resting on the seabed, but that the hull had experienced significant damage. They said there is water in the cargo holds and the engine room, and that the vessel cannot be safely refloated at this time. Tank soundings confirmed approximately 1.7 million liters of heavy fuel and marine gas oil on board the vessel. Coast Guard reports that several containers that were carrying plastic nurdles, which are considered dangerous goods, have been removed from the vessel. MSC Mediterranean Shipping had previously said these containers have been secured to reduce the danger of the contaminants being released. The fuel aboard the vessel will need to be heated before it can be pumped from the tanks. MSC and the salvage company have proposed several salvage options, including loading the fuel and containers onto barges and also using an access road on shore. However, the road requires upgrades to get heavy equipment into the area where the ship came to rest. Local media reports that the efforts are ongoing and fishermen are hoping that it will make progress by the end of the month. The local fishing season opens on April the 1st, and concerns is for access to the area as well as the continued danger of pollution. This is going extremely slow. I saw pictures of this barge being towed out quite a few days ago, and they still don't have any oil off. They do have those plastic nurdles off, I guess, which is a really good thing because you don't want those in the water. They're a nightmare to clean up. If you don't know, they're little tiny plastic beads, really small. They're used in plastic production, and when they get into the water, they go everywhere, and they're really hard to clean up. Just ask Sri Lanka how much of a nightmare plastic nurdles are. So getting those out of there, that's a good thing. But they've still got all this oil and fuel to deal with, and they haven't gotten any of that off yet. It's been a long time. It's been very slow, that's for sure. There's nothing easy about salvage, and then when you get into a remote location, it makes it even worse. Good luck to all that's involved. Hopefully this gets done sooner rather than later. And hopefully they can refloat the ship once she's empty. It's a possibility they can refloat her when she's empty, but she's taken a real beating there in the storm, and she's full of holes, so that's going to be very difficult. But it is possible. Unlikely, I think, but possible. Alright guys, there it is. As always, thanks for watching. I do appreciate it. If you're new here and you like these kind of videos, don't forget to subscribe before you leave. I'll see you on the next one.